Now looking at Onic's draft here, I kind of feel like they have to be very calculative with their aggression, because going up against a Martis, if you force out the turtle and you take way too much damage, you're gonna put the Martis on a pedestal. The Martis will be a very happy boy.
Yep.
Happy man. Happy man.
Obviously for Joy as well as the Claw, the late game is the power spike, and they're gonna be really, really strong. If we're gonna be looking at the heroes, that's evident on the side of APBREN. They don't have the best defense against the Joy as well as the Claw, so that's going to be a problem. But in the early stages, that is where this Bruno Martis lineup snowball coming out from the side of APBREN might be what we can expect.
As we go into game number 2 in the grand final of the M5 World Championship, can Onic delay the game, scale it up, or will APBREN bringing the pressure and stop them in their tracks? We'll witness in this game number 2 of this best of 7.
Starting us off already with the crowd roaring again in Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Anything interesting to note down here as we get into the game, Wolf?
Well, I'm surprised that there's no Tigreal invasion yet at level 1. I don't think that they'll ever be considering it, because Keyboy is keeping tabs on Ogwen. This is what we said, right? There has to be a hero for Keyboy that kind of mirrors where Ogwen wants to go for. And going in for the Quantum Charge on Ogwen, interesting. He wants to be part of these skirmishes. And Kyrie still has the Retribution, so it's going to be safe.
He uses it. Retri over Ogwen with a shove back onto Kyrie, but he's still going to be able to dish out some damage. Keyboy coming in as well. Ogwen with a flicker backwards defensively. That's a flicker as well. Talk about Rook King. Keyboy picks up first blood in game number 2. A change of pace for Onic.
A good start, but again, we gotta see how this impact really happens. What's the advantage of Onic now having the first blood?
Oh, that's a lot of advantage, because now Kyrie gets to level 4 without any problem. They can't contest the turtle because the ultimate coming out from Kyrie will be up soon anyways. And the fact that Keyboy had an extra EXP from that kill, that's gonna be great.
Electrifying beats already used up. Keyboy as well with his own round Wolf King, but it's a Mortal Coil, and it's a complete opposite approach, right? Master Assassin for Mr. Recetiano, Super Marco, and for CW, it's that tenacity.
Yeah, we've seen that APBREN, they really want to win out the lane, but I've been looking at game number 1 as well as game number 2. APBREN has been putting a lot of pressure inside the jungle of Onic, but why are they putting in the pressure there?
It's mainly because of the Joy. They don't want Kyrie to snowball. Kyle TZ, despite being pressured, will get to level 5 first, but I don't think that they will have time for this. Good poke coming up from Sans.
Great poke and boots as well. Forcing out a Mortal Coil. Kaltizi is zoned completely away, but Flaptizi doing the same thing to Sans. Forcing a flicker out. Kyrie jumping in, finding the Retribution on a turtle as Keyboy dishes out some damage with boots. Just trying to keep APBREN, their front line, at bay. And Onic have secured a neutral objective without giving anything away.
Onic is starting off very, very good, even though Flaptizi was able to zone Sans away. But looking at how Kyrie is playing the game and the engage coming in from Boots, it's very, very impressive. So now, Onic, even though it's a 300 goal lead, is actually quite impactful here. What do you think, Wolf?
Yeah, definitely impactful. We were talking about the laning, the scaling of Kyrie as well as the CW. The fact that they're not getting run over by the Tigreal, by the Paquito, as well as the Martis, that's great. And Sans, for some reason, again, Keyboy. Oh my.
He found the I'm offended off camera. Few was caught off guard. And Sans just mystic gushed.
Oh, look at the bottom lane here. Super Marco having to go back. Kyle TZ is there. CW, I don't think he can do anything here.
Not much. Not right now. He pops in at Go Onic as he farms back. But Wolf, they're being kept at bay. The Smartest gets outscaled by quite a bit.
Oh, for sure. Not a good sign, but they can still recover. They still have, what, 5 minutes to go with this? If they find the opening finally with Kyle TZ, they can just run over, and then Flaptizi eventually controls the map. That is definitely what APBREN is looking for.
Yeah, right now we're looking at 2 minutes to 3 minutes. We see how CW is double farming both the gold lane as well as the mid lane. And we got to talk about this. Gord not receiving the farm. Is it still fine for him, Wolf?
Yes, in a way that all he needs to do is to actually equalize the lanes. At this point, Sans, he just needs to prolong the game. That's what he needs to do.
It feels very adaptive, right? The way that they are actually giving CW these waves. They know that Sans just picked up a kill, so that he can afford to actually give a wave in the mid lane. That's when CW decided to rotate over.
Yeah, this is one of the benefits of having a mid laner that is not farm dependent. But let's look at the items here.
Yep, there's the Counter Strike that FlatTZ has picked up. The FDP, the full damage Paquito, and it's gonna be
look at this.
utilized up top.
A lot of damage onto Boots, and Implosion committed as well. Boots now caught in the I'm offended. He pops in a penalty zone, flickers out to safety, but should fall. The Decimate finds the kill, and Kyle Teasy will give APBREN their first kill on the board for game number 2.
But looking at Onic here, they're really trying to trade things off because they're like, okay, if you get 1 kill, we need to get 2. I kind of feel like that's the idea. And the 2 that they got was the buff, as well as CW getting a little bit of farm coming in from that mid lane turret. He's gaining gold fast.
And the thing is, Onic lost their flicker onto Keyboy. It's going to be a massive battle spell to not have for 2 minutes, knowing full well that the 5 to 7 minutes, that is actually the power spike of APBREN. Onic, despite them leading when it comes to the goal, they should not be that comfortable. And burning Boots as well as Keyboy's flicker, just like that for the trade-off, might not be the best choice.
Not the best choice, but I think that's the only choice that they could have made. APBREN are doing so well at going for neutral objectives, but also screening the map. They know if Onic want to look for a trade, and they get the more valuable one by calculation. Flicker Implosion, bringing him back. Now the shove in, but a Mystic Gush does a lot of damage to the back as well. Keyboy gonna be knocked out by the Worldly. I'm offended, not connecting to Decimate does though. DPZ by Boots. Defensive penalty zone to the back. GW finding a trade in the bottom lane. And he will be able to get just the turret here as Ogwen screens him and pushes him back again.
I mean, we saw in the interview, CW can get money, man. He can get the gold. And I kind of feel like Onic right now, they are fine with giving something up as long as they get something back, as long as it's not a losing trade. Proactiveness coming in from APBREN, but we got to look at Kyrie as well. He just finished his Starlium Scythe. It's just 1 item, but once he gets 2, once he gets 3, it's going to be trouble.
And speaking of trouble, APBREN already invaded the purple buff that should be belonging to Kyrie. Then they secured their own. They even got a turret up top. And obviously the power spike that we're talking about for APBREN, we can now feel it. And Onic will really scratch their heads with the flicker being burned out by both Keyboy as well as Boots.
I want to mention as well, even though Sans, he was giving away the lane, he has a goal advantage over few.
Yeah. I guess because of the kills that he was able to get, as well as the assist. But Onic, they don't need to panic. All they need to do now is to defend their lanes. Make sure that the middle is going to be intact. Keyboy and Sans might throw their bodies just to defend that. And then secure the farm onto CW.
And again, looking at the gold earned here, CW is number 1, Super Marco is number 2. But looking at Onic here, the way that they've been moving around the map is like that they're not sacrificing too much for helping out CW.
Yeah, now they've actually lane swap decided to do that. APBREN feels very happy to do that. FlatTZ 1v1 against CW play. Battle Mirror Image going to be used on FlatTZ. Knockout strike, one more shot, blazing duet from CW. No battle spells used up just yet. APBREN in the bottom lane. That's a penalty zone connecting on the Ogwen, but he gets a massive shove onto 3. Kyrie walks out with the electrifying beat. Super Marco dishing out damage on the Boots. I'm offended. Into a Decimate. Kyrie with a retribution. He misses it, but Kyle doesn't. He finds another. Keyboy falling. Solid in the mid lane. Pressured down on his own tier 1. Kyrie looking to clear out the waves. That's a dive angle from APBREN. A Decimate, and Kyrie will still be able to walk away. Super Marco gets a big goal on top. CW 1v1 against FlatTZ. Battle Mirror Image gonna be used on. Knockout strike 1-2. CW takes the 1v1.
Hey, why did you bring a gun to a fist fight, man? CW was playing unfair, but we gotta look at the items here.
Yep.
Onic, what's happening here, Wolf?
It's a massive snowball. The Radiant Armor picked up. It's the first time for Kyle Teasy. That paid dividends, and now he's gonna be tanking through Onic's damage.
Mortal Coil, but a penalty zone will be used in time. Kyle Teasy going for the bang! He turns it around. The shutdown goes to the roamer. I would say that's still a win for APBREN.
Onic right now making mistakes. We saw the mistake just now. Kyrie unable to secure the turtle. Good thing by APBREN, they actually reset it so that the retribution was not enough. Now what does Onic have to do?
Well, Onic will just have to defend once again. Very unfortunate that CW was the one that got picked off. That was great play coming out from Kautizi with the Blade Armor as well, because Onic was trying to run him down, but he lasted for such a long time that APBREN was able to trade it off. With the Radiant Armor as well as Blade Armor picked up by this Kautizi Martis. Now you know that they have the snowball. definitely needs to secure the first Lord for APBREN for sure.
The question as well, we see APBREN right now with 1,000 gold lead. They're moving as a unit. They're moving as 3. They're moving as 4. What are they planning, Wolf? Are they just wanting to get kills, or they just want to zone Onic away?
Yeah, it's just about zoning Onic away. They do have a lot of potential when killing. But at the same time, if they just secure the Lord and then just take the turns, they're going to be fine, because what happens afterwards will be for them to take out the jungle of Onic.
Well, right now, looking at the goal, looking at the positioning, it is definitely APBREN favorite, and FlapTV is doing the most amount of damage in this game. Looks like he's fine being alone. APBREN doing this 4-1 positioning is good for APBREN.
It's massive for them. Kyrie looking for an angle, gets shoved back by Open, electrifying beast. Whoa! Kyrie has just stolen it away. Kyle had the retry. He had the level advantage as well. The magical man. My goodness.
Only one time, man. Kyrie was like, don't worry. It was just luck. It was just a mistake.
Holy.
I'm not going to lose the next one.
I got this, says Kyrie. Brings me back to the time where I was able to work with this man.
Wow. Wow.
Just wow.
Wow.
What a steal.
What a steal. That's what we're wowing about.
Every time he's doing that, back in his younger days, you know, he would scream, "Di mo kaya sa retrian," which means you cannot out-retry me.
Ooh.
You cannot win a duel against retry.
I mean, that's the mentality you need to be a world champion. Because right now, again, we got to talk about the situation here. Even though, yes, Kyrie was able to secure that Lord, but we cannot deny it is still in control of APBREN. They are the one in the driver's seat.
I guess the best part here for the side of Onic is that nobody died during that exchange, right? They were able to snatch the Lord, nobody died, so that means that they can at least equalize the lanes. Every minute that they buy for CW to farm, for Kyrie to farm, that's going to be great. Great news for Onic.
So now APBREN again, looking at the tempo that they're moving. Personally for me, even though Kyrie can scale up very well, CW on the Claw can scale up very well. Late game Onic is going to be very dangerous.
That's right.
APBREN, do they have to force things, or they're fine taking it at the tempo that they're taking it right now?
I guess with the hero that they have, they cannot. Like, if they had something like an Arlet, perhaps, they can force things. They have the Tigreal as well as the Paquito, which is a, committal kind of lineup, as well as the Martis. You cannot just, get a kill and then get out. Surely you can because you're fast, but it's not that kind of hero.
But then it gets too risky, does it not, right? I mean, if you do not force anything, don't look for a snowball, then it's completely reliant on the Bruno. You have a lot of cover, I get it, right? You already have a Paquito, the Tigreal, the Valentina as well. 3 amazing cover heroes. But Onic, they went for the other side. You have cover, we have dive. They have a Joy, a Claude, a Terizla, and a Ruby. Everyone wants to dive. And the Gord, he's playing the best defense is offense. The best cover is if my team dives in and I deal free damage.
Yeah, because looking at this game, it reminds me of a Diggy, an alarm time bomb. Because right now, APBREN, hoot. MC Facts, Sky King.
Well, I guess he's saying it's true.
This is not a Lord confirmed. It's a Lord steal.
Steal.
8 times.
8 times.
In M5.
And this is the season, or this is the M series where a lot of people are saying, Kyrie's retry is not as good.
It's so-so.
It's so-so. This is so-so, apparently.
Dude, 8 steals is so-so. Oh my goodness.
Okay, maybe when we hit double digits, maybe that's the threshold the people are looking for.
Maybe
You're the Sky King, aren't you?
Yeah, maybe they didn't finish their sentence so good, right?
Okay, here's the thing. You want to know my reasoning of why it's only 8 times?
Why?
Because they've been dominating the map so much.
You're right.
They don't have the opportunity to steal. They just claim it for themselves.
And still 8 times.
So only a few teams give Kyrie the opportunity to even steal it because they started it.
And to think that they're dominating so much that they actually don't lose so much games. Actually, their only loss might be against the Blacklist, right? And one against...
Yes. In the knockout stage.
The knockout stage.
Wait, in the entire tournament, the only game that they lost.
They had another 3-1, I believe. Remember the 1-1 from See You Soon? Where they were turned around?
Hey, look, man,
I believe it was 2-0, bro.
I got ADHD. I can't remember anything much, but right now we're looking at the players again. Thank you very much to all the audience here in the venue as well as watching at home. We are going to provide the best I would say, services for the players to make sure that they are having a good
yeah,
time in game. But either
That's
way,
right.
right now, again, APBREN, back to the topic.
Yep. No losses from Onic. Yeah,
They've
I
only
mean,
dropped to the
against
2
Black.
PH teams. 2 games against Blacklist, 1 game so far in APBREN.
Yep.
The atas langit Onic.
Yep.
That's how you beat the Sky Kings.
What does
You
that
gotta
mean?
be untouchable.
What does that mean?
There's the sky, and then above that, there's Onic.
Yeah, that's basically the
Yeah.
Yeah, the atas langit Onic.
Above the skies,
There's
where
Onic.
Onic lie.
flashback to MSC 2021. That's the gist of it. LaFell, you just gave us the gist of it.
You know what? The first time I met you, that was the first thing you said to me.
Yes.
The gist of it.
And now you know why.
That's
why we're working
that's-
together now.
That's where our friendship began.
We got that
With the
connection.
gist of it.
Yeah, the gist of it.
Our connection is special, guys.
Yes,
agree.
we are special indeed. In fact, this whole desk is special.
Yeah. With a special connection as well. That's right. That's the title of the podcast.
Oh
With
my
Virgo.
God. He had to go there. He had
Okay.
to go there. He went from
out-
soft selling to hard selling.
Check out YouTube, find Wolf, and you'll be happy. Now,
That's right.
I want to be happy too.
Me too.
APBREN right now, is there a good chance that they can end this game in the next 10 minutes?
There
Because
is a
in my
great
head,
chance.
that's the timeline.
There is a great chance, especially if they keep their. I think they have they still have their battle spells, so that means that even in this Lord push, they're gonna be able to defend and then try to make maybe take turtles, and they have the Bruno reaching the critical mass.
Alright.
So yeah, to answer your question, yes, they do.
Oh, here it is. Top player KDA in M5. Wow.
Wow, even Hoon's there. So 14.92 for Sans.
TLB.
14.08 for CW. Even though TLB didn't make it, but Hoon has been spectacular with his KDA.
Kyrie's not here, but Hoon is.
Hoon is here.
Kyrie.
So does that
is
mean
he.
Hoon is better?
He is he.
Hey, numbers don't lie.
Numbers.
Numbers don't lie.
So Sagan is top 5 players in M5.
let me just say, Onic might be looking at Hoon.
Onic may be looking at Hoon.
Who knows, man? Hoon is showing up.
No,
Okay, fine. Maybe not Onic. Maybe BTR. I don't know.
maybe that's a reach, but
Yeah, now the question is, right, like, is it stat padding or is it legit?
It's legit, man.
Okay.
I think if M5 or any M series is a difficult tournament to kind of stat pad, bro.
Double digits KDA, man.
Yeah.
Almost 14.92.
Shoutouts to Mobazane. He must be loving this asset right now while he's restreaming.
Yep.
Dude, you know what? Shout outs to Mobazen. Shout outs to all the restreamers out there. Maybe you guys don't hear this enough, but we love you.
Yeah, you're the real MVP.
No, I think we are. Anyway. anyways. Again, looking into this game, Onic has a chance because talk us through this, Mirko. The scaling of the Joy as well as
Yeah.
the Quad. Oh, and with that,
No.
we are going into the game, but you can still talk about it.
All right, so the scaling, right? I mean, for the Claude, it's going to be amazing towards the later stage of the game. You deal so much DPS. Whoa! Just as I
Oh my
say
God.
it, the mirror curse is real, man. I say his name and he dies. I'm Flap Teasy gets knocked out.
To the family
Wow.
of CW, I'm sorry I mentioned it.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. We're
Damn.
special.
And with Flap TZ not even having to commit the flicker. That's going to be a... I don't know what happened, but that's going to be great for APBREN. They must be feeling great right now. And now, what they can do is to control the long lane once again with Flap TZ, then just continuously siege against APBREN.
Right now, Ogwen is looking for a target. Sans able to stun him up. Looking at the position here, Ogwen is going to figure out where the majority members of Onic is. Having Kyle TZ as well as Spew there, they are in position to follow up whenever necessary. But the more important one is, look at Flap TZ. He's hiding.
He is. He's doing a good job at it too right now. And Calteezy is just going on to the purple buff. Trying to steal the way. A good steal back, or I would say recovery from Onic there. Was a stun Mystic Projectile into Kyrie's retreat.
That's right.
Looking at the goal here, even though CW has died twice, Super Marco hasn't died at all. Only a 300 goal difference. That's impressive.
2 waves, I believe, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, the double lane setup that was given to CW. And the fact that they're defending mid, this is the most important resource now for Onic. Getting the mid lane intact means that you will have access to your jungle so much easier. And that means also that you can position yourself around the Lord later on.
Yeah, losing the side lanes is like losing a sock. And then
sock.
losing the mid lane is like losing a shoe. You can still wear a shoe without a sock, but you cannot wear a shoe with a sock without a shoe. Wait, what?
I think you can. But yeah, we get it. We get it, right? The
Listen-
mid lane is more important.
Listening from the crowd, I guess we can.
Yeah, we can. We
All
can.
right. Thank you,
Okay.
crowd. Thank you.
Sometimes you got to get them to correct us, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm running out of ideas. What can I say? Special.
I think Mirko wears his expensive shoes without the socks.
Hey, don't get to that, right? Kyrie now trying to steal it. Oh, he doesn't get it. Kyle Teasy takes it away, snatches it away from Kyrie's hands.
Hey, by the way, Super Marco went for the RG Rose Gold Meteor. It's gonna be perfect versus the aggression that can come from Kyrie.
And now the Lord Dance has begun. We got to talk about APBREN, 1.3k gold lead. Onic here, they are at a disadvantage. Sans keeps trying to figure out where the members of APBREN are, and he's been finding them. Looking at the HP as well, APBREN, they are chunk down just a little bit because Kyle TZ has been absorbing the damage coming in from the Lord. Keyboy, can he find a good opening here?
Kyle might have to reset this. CW's walking up right now. Kyle Teasy finds a good pinch down, but CW takes in a half HP. Boots doing the same thing. Mortal Coil used up defensively. Kyrie takes control of the Lord. You're not going to look to reset it. I'm offended into the Mystic Gush, into the Blazing Duet as Boots distracts the back line. Few very, very low. Not going to be chased down. Kyrie finds a double kill right now. Scalteezy is going to be forced to use the Mortal Coil defensively. Flapteezy went for the hills. The Mystic Projectile connects at max range, and Kyle Teasy falls. Now Flapteezy was looking for an angle to maybe turn this around, but Onic, they've taken 3 members down from APBREN, are looking for the Lord.
Run bias. Whoa, what happened there? How did Onic immediately take control?
It was the Lord Dance and the bait and switch that you saw coming out from CW went in forward so that he will force some of the rotations from APBREN. In fact, 2 people followed him afterwards, and that's how they were able to get it. By the way, the underrated factor of the Gord... Ouch. Yep. The underrated factor for the Gord is that he can clear the left bush mid with just 2 spells, and you can scout out where your opponents are.
Shove. Ogwen has no dash now. CW battle mirror image to the front. Ogwen forced to flicker out. Flapteezy! One shot with a nature. Flapteezy gets out just barely, but CW does the same thing. Oh man, 7-7, game number 2.
Dude, Onic has been waiting. They waited for CW. They waited for Kyrie. Look at the items now. This is the power spike they were looking for.
So the 3 items now onto Keyboy. That means that he is not easily taken out. You can see that CW eventually gets to the Wind of Nature and the Malefic Lore.
Dude, right
all
now,
about
listen to the
defense.
crowd. It's all for APBREN. They're still looking at APBREN to defend this, but Onic, with just one more dance, it was 1,000 gold lead for APBREN.
Mystic
Now it's
Gush.
2.7 for them.
Implosion only onto Keyboy. That's the roamer for the team. Kyrie with electrifying beats. Keyboy finds it offended on the Super Marco penalty zone. Darts away from him. The knockout strike brings Boots back to the turret for APBREN to do what the crowd's been chanting. Defend!
Right now, Onic, they are trying their best to get the resources coming in from APBREN. They wanted the structures, but APBREN, how did they do that? How did they defend so well?
That was the old win.
Oh, right onto Calteezy. Blazing Duet! Nature can use that Mystic Gush as well. What's a bait! Sans flickers out of the shove. Ogwen thumbed up. Kyrie walking up against 3 members. Looking for the dashes. One more should be able to do it right now. Flapteezy going to be taken low. But Kyrie decides to stop.
That was crazy.
That's
Look at
crazy, Sans.
You can see the damage output now from coming out from Kyrie as well as Sans is now. They really do hurt now. And the thing with Gord is that even when it's a defensive kind of hero and it's strong at when he's able to land his spells, it still is a pretty good scaling hero as well. The Impure Age versus the spells that he has and the items that he picked up, Sans will be a threat in the latter portions of the game as well.
Looking at the damage dealt here, Flapteezy was number 1, but Sans was able to overcome him. And again, he has been absorbing less minions, less minion gold, just because he's sharing it with CW. And now, Onic, I would say this is their win condition, no?
Definitely. We're reaching the point where they're stronger.
I'm offended. Flicker already.
Oh,
You
no.
keep burning this away from Ogwen, and now what do they use to catch? They practically can't. Kyrie dashes forward, forces that Mortal Coil, even pops in that electrifying beats.
Oh, that's a problem for APBREN. That flicker was the sole reason why they were able to defend the bottom lane and get 2 kills afterwards. And now that the Lord is going to be available for both teams, I mean, if you're looking at the Flapteezy making the lane pushed against Onic, but not having the flicker implosion, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, right now, the Lord Dance is started by APBREN again. We got to remind ourselves that Onic was able to win it out with CW using himself as bait and then giving the opportunity for Onic to bite back, to go in, to get an engage, and dish out the damage.
And now it's Onic. We're holding it in despite Joy being seen in the top side of the map. They still want to go for the Lord Dance right now on CW's damage. He's definitely scaled. Concealed play. Keyboy finding with the position of Super Marco. Caltizi forcing his way in. Ogwen looking for the back right now, but Caltizi, his immortality is going to be popping down. That's a retribution from Kyrie. Super Marco free hitting in the back. Boo's going to be taken very low, and that's going to be a lot of damage placed down. But Kai jumps to the back with the electrifying beat. Super Marco, one last shot. Should do it, but he's unable to find it. Only an immortality. Burnt down for APBREN. They're looking for more into the mid lane. A good stun to take FlapTZ lower, but he still has the immortality. Mystic Gush trying to predict the maneuvers from Flap. But for Onic and APBREN, who wins it?
Definitely Onic getting that Lord. But good thing for APBREN is that they only lost their immortality in exchange for the turret in the middle. So they're still trying to get some kind of trade. And APBREN, unfortunately, with just Caltizi manning the front lines, it's not enough. You see the damage output from Onic. It's always a threat. Everybody's a threat now from Onic.
Yeah, but Keyboy taking quite a lot of damage. And speaking of threats, man, I'm looking at Super Marco. The damage that he dished out was a lot.
Yes.
Onic, they have to respect it. I gotta say, either CW or Kyrie, they gotta find a way to get to Super Marco and take it down.
A mistake and a costly one. APBREN with Kyle Teasy. He's looking for more. The Mystic Projectile stomps Kyle. But that's a big, big kill in the 19th minute of the game.
And Onic, whatever playstyle they're doing with CW, it worked in some of the moments, but in that crucial one, it didn't. What I'm trying to say is, CW in the first Lord fight, he went for the min-max play where he's trying to bait out APBREN and become very aggressive when it comes to his positioning. It paid well during the first Lord, but not in the second one.
All right, electrifying beast, immortality. Now winner truncheon bot. FlapTZ buying a lot of time. Ogun running in with a conceal. Implosion flicker onto Kyrie, but he buys the immortality. Now few with the damage as well. Boots still terrified down. I'm offended by few. Kyrie walks away. Keyboy does the same thing. Super Marco sliding tackle. Onto the front. Keyboy brought back to the team. Immortality still ready. He buys it in time. Kyrie looking for the flanks. Kyrie looking for the electrifying beast damage, but he won't be able to find it. APBREN maneuver out of a team fight that they have won.
This is the best players in the world. Do one mistake, and it feels like 10. Onic, after CW made a crucial mistake, APBREN controlled the map. APBREN won that fight.
Wow. And they have equalized when it comes to the economy. And even after FlapTZ had to utilize the winner truncheon, it was just a ploy for APBREN. The rest of the members get back. It looked really dicey though. Ogwen might have been like far too early. They see few not in range, but eventually CalTZ was there. APBREN squad were able to find something, even in this stage where Onic has a lot of strength with their items, with their natural scaling.
Yeah, looking at how APBREN has been positioning as well, you need eyes in the back of your head, man, because the flank coming in from CalTZ and FlapTZ as well is like, whenever you're focusing, something else is going on.
That's a lot of damage, but Flap should be able to sustain back up. He pops the regen. He goes onto the waves. Does he have a bloodlust? He doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think so, no.
I don't think so.
I think it's all from the Festival of Blood.
And the RGM.
Yeah, RGM, for sure. So now, looking at CW, we have... Okay, right now we got to talk about this. CW is the aggressor. He's the bait. But here's the thing, man. Wait, do they not know? Okay, CalTZ sees it.
They see it. FlapTZ sees it too, but he might be too late right now. They're going to go on to CalTZ. Burst him down. Cal will lose his life. A shutdown for Boots. Keyboy zoning down the members. Boots! A penalty zone on the Super Marco. Holding him back. Now Flap joining the team fight. But an implosion to the back. CW finally lays into Webber. FlapTZ goes in for the punches. A lot of damage plays down. Super Marco free hitting from the back. That's a lot of damage down. Why? Finds and I'm affected. Super Marco losing immortality. Keyboy will not lose his life. APBREN, they're still able to sustain back up. Super Marco, no flicker though. Kyrie looking for the assassination, looking for a play. Super Marco steals some life back with the house claws and is able to defend.
Don't offend Keyboy!
Oh my goodness.
Keyboy goes in and he's gonna bring all you in!
A big shot, but an even bigger shot from Kyrie. CW picks the base turret in the mid lane down. Now Ogwen, one member left standing. CalTZ gonna be back in 4 seconds. Ogwen melted down by CW. Evolve Lord still crashing in the bottom lane. Onic taking their time. Kaltizi holding it down, going for the wave. What? Lord, went back and forth. Mystic projectile onto Ogwen, dodge away from Mystic Gush. I'm offended. Kaltizi melted down again. And now it's gonna be two members in desperation going in. 1 second on the Baptiste. Who expected a full reverse sweep? It will never have happened in the M5 Grand Finals. We're back to equal on the board.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your attention here. There is no such thing as a clean sweep in the M5 World Championship. We're starting this series with a 1-1.
We ended that game with a wonderful display of